It's been a while. Hi, an update. This is Dr. Mary Kim Dukes. If you've seen my degree, it says Snary because before I was married, I was Dr. Mary Kim Snary. That's my maiden name, Snary, Mary Snary. I got made fun of all the time. Trust me, kids are so cruel. I was hairy, scary, fairy, anything that could rhyme with Snary and Mary. Just got used to it, and just understood one day when I get an education and get up there and become a doctor, maybe I won't be treated like that anymore. No. Some people just don't grow up out of high school or middle school. It's really, really sad. But part of my voice, it's been a rough go here. We had a battle with the norovirus a while ago and healed up from that. Then my husband brought home from work hand, foot, mouth disease. And I haven't seen that since Lily was a little girl in pre-K. And it was so awful. I ran to Rite Aid, CVS, everything I could to find any solution I can to help her with the itch, the burn, the pain. Then I found the Vino, make an oatmeal bath, and you open it up, and the bath soothed her hands and feet enough for her to stop crying. And then I ran the rest of the water over her, and she soothed down. But thank God she only had 2 days of it left, so it wasn't much worse after that. Zyrtec doesn't work, Benadryl, none of that, hydrocortisone, none of that works. It is very painful. I have them on my hands. You can't really see them right now in the video. You gotta look up close, but it's underneath the skin, and it itches like fire. And I had gone through with getting rid of everybody's skin fungal problem with ketoconazole, so that cleared up, so got that better. Then Michael's always had a problem picking his face and picking that and this and spreading it everywhere. No matter what I say, because I am who I am, his wife, he's going to be defensive, say I'm wrong, believe in AI or whatever pops up on Google, the first thing, and uses it to immediately denounce me. So I have to tell him, well, look at this and look at this. So it's just been raising the hardest college student ever that doesn't want to understand that just because I got my education, I don't put him down. I'm trying to help. But because of his past, you shouldn't cheat, and cheat a lot, with everybody you could find and strippers and that and more while I'm pregnant, because you had already, for yourself, we were only 8 months married, but you spent the rest of the 4 more months, almost 5, in Japan before you came back to Virginia Beach. And by that time, I caught you looking at pornography on your phone, and I said, hey, this hurts. And you pretty much brushed me off, said, I don't care, and then began being so mean to me. And I couldn't say anything, because if I even said one word against you, you're going to put me in the asylum ward. Even if you told my dad anything, you're just going to threaten me with asylum ward, threaten me. Well, you did it 9 times anyway. And yeah, I proved my point. It's got to stop. Jeez. That's why he's so mad at me, because he can't go run and blame shit for anything. He's got to be accountable for his actions, and showing him that accountability after being so patient so long and quiet and taking it, he's double mad because I'm right. And that sounds like a him problem, not me. I was faithful. But either way, life goes on, and you keep making do with the best you got. So with this hand, foot, and mouth disease, it being a herpetic virus, you can spread it in the air, you have diarrhea. Lord, I mean, it's ugly. And Lily, I just got to bed about 1 o'clock. She had a 100-degree fever. So I gave her ibuprofen, and she feels better, and she's asleep. And I took a long sleep this morning, and then took another nap for a while because I have fever and I had to go to sleep. And it's hard when your stomach's like this because it hurts, and it's hard to sleep because it's just like, so you do what you can. I had a 99-degree fever, and I took ibuprofen. So that's why I said it's quarantine here for a while. Until this is over. It's about 5 days. It usually lasts maybe 7, sometimes 14 days, depending on the person's immunity. But don't scratch areas where they bleed and transfer and scratch, because that makes these blisters that itch more, and if they pop, man, it just spreads, and it's just like, oh, annoying. Some kids, I remember when I was a retail pharmacist, would get it so bad, they would get the ulcers down their throat. And I've seen it in their mouth, and I was like, oh my God. So I learned you make this nice mixture with acyclovir, and it helps and soothes it till everything gets better. So, you know, I had to see it to believe it, and it's just no joke. So there's reasons for quarantine, so the virus has time not to replicate. Clean the area then. So, like, some people don't show all 10 to 20 symptoms of any viral infection. They might show some or not. If they don't, they're called an asymptomatic carrier, because us humans are vectors for these things. So I thought, you know, I caught it once from Lily. I'll never catch it again. Oh yeah, no. That hypothesis got debunked. No, you can catch it again. And it's the same, and it sucks. And my husband has got such problems. He thinks he's immune, like some kind of god of Olympus or Thor, and he catches no diseases. You know how frustrating that is for a doctor of pharmacy like me? It really is. It really, really is. You don't believe in hygiene. I have to, like, after 3 days, when he comes in the garage, it's like, yo, nah, please go take a bath. And I go on and on and on, but he leaves the stuff everywhere, expects me to be a maid, and you see it on social media. Why? Men that go to strip clubs, this and that, are insecure about their own problems, usually with their own anatomy that God gave them. And so they find someone like me, an empath, drag us along, live a double life, and then torture us, and then constantly talk behind our back and set us up just because we're faithful. And I had a child to stick up for. So this type of person, serial cheater and all that and more, you know, all the 7 sins he's been done committed, try to turn my daughter against me. My own dad did that. Sins of the father. My dad was corrupt as hell. My poor mom took so much crap, and they made me keep secrets, so I didn't tell each other, but it was horrible. So the reason I know all this, and it's a repeat, because dudes, humans repeat themselves, not history. Humans, bad humans. And it's just like, when's it gonna stop? Well, it takes someone to be brave and say, hey, no more. Whew, I'm so tired and done, and working on my girls' moral behaviors again that my husband has been sabotaging forever, because he just runs from God, but then uses God and his tattoo of being Christian in order to lure people to think that he's great. And he learned that from his mother directly. So yeah, it's been hard to be married to him. Very hard. Being a devout Catholic like me. Wow. And he came from First Baptist Jackson. So he believes as long as the TV screen's on him, because they do TV, that's where he got his crazy attitude. And he did acting, theater, all that. I don't do acting school. I hate repeating myself. I'm camera shy as hell. Really. I have jokes because I've had a morbid, crazy, hard life. But through humor, you help get through it. Some people find it depraved or this or that. It depends what context you look at from. And also the person's background, whether it's true or not. So, this is my update. Hi. Doing the best I can here. My hair is super long because I said I would not cut it till the next inauguration. That's my peaceful protest for all the stolen Native American, or indigenous as you call them, girls. Like, stop. Just because they're beautiful, stop. Just because you can, stop. Stop. And I've seen this firsthand. And last year in the asylum wards, locked up from police brutality and more. It's true. This is bullcrap. And I get labeled Latina and then get targeted too. I'm like, yo, I'm like part Cherokee, part Dutch. That's where the Snerry Farms comes from in Oklahoma. And my mom is Vietnamese. Why you hating? I don't get it. So, and all the applications, like in race and stuff, you either get to put white, Caucasian, or Asian, island, or whatever. I never knew what to put. My dad said always put white and Caucasian. I'm like, whatever. He forced my life anyway. And come to find out, long time ago, I was like, Caucasus Mountains. Okay, no. But either way, I have my theory about the Fertile Crescent and Mesopotamia, but nobody wants to listen to me. Though I've taken plenty of history classes. Whatever, moving on. But my hair has gotten this long now. It'll probably be to my knees in 3 years. And that's my peaceful protest. One, don't profile and target me anymore. Bad police and justice systems and all you extras. And two, I grow my hair out as a peaceful way of saying, hey, I remember all the stolen lives. It's a reminder that I tried and did the best I could. And I reported on fraud, waste, and abuse as a whistleblower, as a retail pharmacist for Rite Aid. When I got set up at work, hurt, almost had the keys stolen. It was so bad. Lord Jesus. And it's been framed up since. And I see my dad, because I go online and I attend mass every day. I post it because, I'm honest and I'm never really left here. So I can see my dad on video there in Madison, and I see that, he's doing what he needs to do. So people don't realize I finally talked to my mom because she called me, and it was awful. Oh God. And all the staff at the place I was at heard it too. They're crying. I had to tell the truth, and I did. And I had to go decompress and cry. So I called her when I got home after this year, finally, after all this abuse, and told her what happened. She told me what needs to happen, and then called me back and actually apologized for everything. I never thought my mom would apologize. No. Whoa. So we haven't talked since, so we're good. And my dad's the one that bugs me every day. If I don't answer the phone after 3 days, that dude will call 911. That dude's crazy. He wouldn't even let me get a passport. Wonder why. But either way, I'm working on my marriage the best I can. But the truth sets you free. And to deal with someone like Michael, if I can't say my piece of the story, which I've been waiting for years and I got proof, then how can I truly defend myself and raise my daughter the way I should, and us come to civilities while he gains insight finally? So it's the struggle. Ooh, I scratched my face. Oh God, I gotta go wash my hands. It's just fire itchy, and so it's been a struggle. But when I say my truth, it's truth, and putting truth out there is not an insult or injury to you. It's accountability, so I cannot face the constant torture of being insulted, humiliated, minimalized. And Lily can understand why men or women behave the way they do and what happened to her, which was unfair and awful over the years. So she's understanding. She loves Daria too. She's already binge watched it 3 times. Good for her. She's smart. She's like, oh yeah, it is a sick, sad world. I'm like, dude, I knew this in the 90s, being a brain and being so harshed on, as they call it, from Cher, if you remember Clueless. So that's why I say as if. It's like, yo, just get off me. I like to be a virgin. Like, I don't, no, I'm looking for something real, and like, no, I ain't shallow. So yeah, I am who I am, and I've earned my cussing, whatever you want to call it, because it's been bullshit for years. And when I type, that's me, and I'm saying the truth. And you cannot change a man. Don't try. But when they keep promising they'll change, and after about the 3,000th time, you need to start believing that they won't. And when I was in therapy, I was learning how to stand up for myself over years and show assertiveness where I needed to, and it backfired. So finally, after all this and extra, he can no longer do this crap to me. But there's a part of him, because it takes a while to change, that wants to do bad. And, you know, I and Lily just pray for him, and pray for him with the Catholic Church to find God and let God in, instead of playing devil and devil's advocate forever and thinking that you got supernatural abilities that you don't. I just never wanted to put you down, and I didn't. But man, you took every opportunity to put me down. So I'm just saying the truth. It's not putting you down. It's letting people know what I put up with, because I shouldn't have. But no. So the best thing a husband can do when they're like that is to be brutally honest with their therapist, including their sins, all of them. And my husband did rape me when I was pregnant, after I got out of the hospital ward, to torture me further. He finally admitted why he did it, because he wanted to and could, like last year. But he calls everybody delusional, because he tells people, no, that didn't happen. There you go. He raped me. So I stayed with him. That was my sign of forgiveness. But instead, he just hurt me more. And that's not cool. And now you understand the mind of a rapist. Now, a pedophile, which I have been exposed to all my life and little, I don't understand it. It's sick. It really is. I don't get it. This needs to stop. And no, this just needs to stop. Now, Michael, I vouch for him. He's not like a petty, but he's a control freak with narcissistic rage and abuse, which I finally stood my ground and stand my ground, and he has to respect that. He hates it, but he has to, because he realized he was the ruin, and he hates that. So he'll do anything he can to not reveal that, cover it up, or blame shift when he can. So I say these truths so he cannot do this anymore. So I'm thankful for my life, peaceful, happy, and man, the PharmD program wasn't created till later, so it's a doctorate. I did early entry, which was even more classes that people didn't get privy to. So why do people hate on me when I learned this firsthand? It's because I'm a woman, and there's trolls and insecure people and bullies, and I've been bullied my whole life. Even made prom queen because I stayed nice. That's the key to it all. Be kind. People remember you for that. But I ain't taking shit no more. Bullshit. I'm calling it. And I already got a great memory. Now you know why people wanted me on antipsychotics, to ruin my memory. I kept doing word searches, anything I could to keep my skills going, my memory skills, reading, researching, talking, so that wouldn't happen. Pharma, you in the blood pressure industry, y'all be killing people, dropping out and getting organs. Something all together. Because y'all made way too many of those for no reason. And the tardive is going away, tardive dystonia, which is another thing that can occur from it. Not just dyskinesias of shaking. God, that's why our backs hurt. They bend. My feet are still kind of locked. Toes are wiggling a little bit, but my fingers, gamer, because I didn't stop gaming Elder Scrolls. I couldn't do this before, ever, since 2012, when I was given overdoses of Geodon on purpose and God knows what else, and Haldol against my will, as my dad lied in the ER and called me all this and that. When he had shot my gun, I ran home, called 911. He had the gun and everything, and then goes and gets to lie. Because he created so much corruption that when I whistle blew, the Attorney General Hood of Mississippi and his agents said my dad is not only corrupt, because they actually visited him and said he's crazy and insane, but it goes up so high. And I'm like, oh my God, I just survived that nightmare. And I witnessed as patients were raped, tortured at night not to sleep, and then put off to body farms because they were beautiful, and cried to me that they were at a cancer center and what happened to them. Yeah, that was 2012. St. Dominic's, evil, bad. Dr. Valverde, evil, bad. And the head psych nurse, evil, bad. I already reported DEA. Why was she still there, and why did she get to harm me? Sounds like all conspiracy collusions to me. Well, 9/11 sucked because I saw it, knew that wasn't right, and then I get a phone call from my dad to hush up. He got a bonus of $1 million plus. Don't tell your mom. I'm crying because I've known what he's been like my whole life. And that other people got bigger bonuses, and that's why I got to shut up. What? Now you get it. 9/11. It wasn't my fault. I didn't want to be born to that man. But my mom actually was on birth control when I was an accident, and he's treated me like an abomination since. Get it? Got it? Good. This would happen to you if your dad was a corporate board member of a top military defense intelligence agency and company for years. And how he worked his way up is sickening. So once again, no retaliation, no Navy retaliation, no police brutality, no more retaliation. My bills got screwed already, even though I didn't do anything or call anything yet. That's fraud, waste, and abuse. And I will report y'all. And I remember all your names because I asked, and they didn't want to show me their nurses' names or who was a nurse or what the label is. Because after the 4th time, people got really antsy. I remember it all. And when I go on record with my phone call to TRICARE when I feel like it, I have proof. Chesapeake Behavioral Regional Center. You and your third parties, you and your evil ER, you and your evil nurses, all y'all. Y'all have hurt too many and killed too many people. I was brave, and I'm still alive, and now you know how many people are pissed at me.